Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
And you're watching Tesla Time News.
Episode 57.
On Now You Know. Hey, you're looking pretty stylish today.
Yeah, you don't look so bad yourself.
I mean, I like your hat there.
Yeah.
It's got our logo.
I like your shirt. It also has our logo.
Wait a minute, we're wearing the same outfit.
Oh,
This is awkward. A big shout out to our friend Jorge in New York at Peligro Sports who made these hats for us, made these shirts. They are fantastic. I mean, these are embroidered.
Yeah.
They look
these
sharp.
Are beautiful. Thank you so much, Jorge. I mean, wow, what a freaking awesome fan. This is
when we opened that box, everyone in the office was just so happy all day.
I jumped for joy. I mean, I couldn't believe it. So thank you so much.
So we are going to the semi-truck event.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I've been saying it wrong. It's semi.
Semi.
Got a lot of comments about that. I'm sorry. Semi-truck event. October 26th. So excited. It's just a couple weeks away.
Yeah. No, no, you didn't see. Elon just tweeted, actually.
What?
Yeah.
What did he tweet?
He said, semi-specs are better than anything I've seen reported so far. Semi-engineering and design team work is aces.
Yes, aces.
But other needs are greater right now.
Wait, what?
So then someone tweeted to him and he said, well, we already know what it looks like anyways. And then Elon Musk responded back and said, or do you?
Wait, yeah, that's all exciting news.
Yeah, it's been postponed. It's now been moved back to November 16th.
Why?
Well, Elon is going to Puerto Rico, and he's talking to the governor.
So he's going on vacation, and he has to push it back?
He is saving the world, as always. He is heading to Puerto Rico to help sort out their power problem. He's bringing power packs. He's going to bring solar panels. He's going to solve the whole thing.
We covered some of that in our in-depth on Monday.
So definitely go check out our in-depth.
But we're still going.
Yes, we are still going.
Okay.
We're just going to be going on November 16th.
So put that on your calendars. We're going to be going, covering the event for you.
Yes.
This is going to be very exciting. Yeah. Elon tweeted, Tesla Semi unveil now November 16th, diverting resources to fix Model 3 bottlenecks and increase battery production for Puerto Rico and other affected areas. Morty, hand me that bottle of grid stabilizer.
What's that for, Rick?
You asked too many questions, Morty. This is for the rebel leader of the universe, Elon Musk.
Who?
I know, right? Elon Musk, what a cool name. We have to get this to Elon Musk before the evil mobile umps, or oil companies, destroy the world.
Gee, Rick, it seems like such a linear plot line.
It's Zach, Morty. I mean, Jesse. Remember?
Why do we look different?
There you go with the questions, Morty. Because we're hiding from the evil oil companies, Morty. I'm Zach. You're Jesse now.
But isn't that a little obvious?
I didn't have a lot of time to come up with this, Morty. I mean, Jesse. Let's get this thing to Elon and finish this episode.
Rick, I mean Zach, you just drank all the grid stabilizer.
Oh, crap.
So we're big fans of Rick and Morty. We just finished watching all of it. It was great. And
why are we doing that bit, though?
Well, we're not the only ones who thought that was great.
I know Brent and Bobby love Rick and Morty.
They also thought that it was great. But Elon Musk also thought that Rick and Morty was pretty freaking awesome.
Check out these tweets.
Yes.
Elon just tweeted, final episode was disgustingly good.
And Rick got back to him.
That's great. And then they just had this long back and forth Twitter. We'll put it here. You can read it at your leisure. But obviously shows that they're big fans of each other.
Yeah.
I am hoping for an Elon Musk cameo next season on Rick and Morty.
That would be hilarious.
Just polling you guys. Please let us know in the comments below who else are Rick and Morty fans out there.
Please.
All right, so Tesla looks to be expanding. They look to have put a lease on a 1,000-employee office park in Fremont, California. Now, this is not right next to the factory or right next to their Palo Alto plant. In fact, according to this map here, it looks like we've created kind of a triangle.
Yeah, kind of a love triangle.
I'm not quite sure. It's a 230,000 square foot built office park. I'm not sure who's going to be working there, and I'm not sure why it's so far from everything else, but it shows good. It's good news because they're expanding and they need more office space.
Yeah, I mean, that is generally always a good sign. Also, looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the look of the office park. It's just an office park. I mean, let's not get too excited over it, but...
Yeah, Elon has said in the past that he wasn't that happy with the Palo Alto place. He said that he wished there was a restaurant. I think this new one's going to have a restaurant. And don't forget that he has mentioned that he wants to put in a roller coaster at the Fremont factory. Haven't seen that yet, Elon.
All right, so all of you Model 3 reservation holders out there, we have all been waiting and anticipating and hoping and dreaming about the federal tax credit. So what am I talking about?
Do you dream about federal tax credits? Is that what you dream about?
I think that is what a lot of Model 3 owners are dreaming about, which is odd because normally we wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, so the federal tax credit is a $7,500 tax credit.
And that's just for EVs.
Right.
And it's structured in such a way that each manufacturer has basically this credit that will run out once they sell over 200,000 cars.
Yes, so where we're at right now with Tesla is that they've sold just over 140,000 cars. And the important thing is to keep track of when they do certain things so that we know how much longer we have for the federal tax credit.
Right. Everything is measured by quarters. That's a quarter of a year. And so the way that it works is after the 200,000th car, there are 2 quarters after that where the tax credit remains.
Full 100%.
Full 100%, the full $7,500 tax credit. So then, for another 2 quarters, it goes 50% tax credit.
Okay, so $3,750.
Yep, and then another 2 quarters at 25%, and then it is gone.
Okay, gotcha.
So that is how it works. And for those of you who are on the Model 3 reservation list or are getting a Model S or Model X,
you're probably wondering, will you get the credit or not? And so here's what we think so far. Because they've made a little over 140,000 cars, we got 1 more quarter to go. We don't think they're going to be able to produce 50,000 plus cars in that quarter and get them delivered. So we're guessing that Q1 of 2018 will be the first quarter that they'll hit the 200,000th car. So that means, if we're right, that Q2 and 3 of 2018 should have full tax credits.
Right, which is pretty great because I think a huge bulk of Model 3 reservation holders are going to be fulfilled then.
Yeah, so because keep in mind, Elon aims to have 20,000 cars a month produced during that time period.
Right.
So you can do a little math. You can check the Teslanomics estimator for the Model 3. We'll put the link below. And you can kind of get an idea of when you think your car will come. Now, there's still more tax credits coming, though, if you don't make it in those quarters. So quarters 2 and 3 of 2018, you should get the full credit.
So in Q4 of 2018 and Q1 of 2019, we should be looking at the 50% tax credit.
So a $3,750 tax credit.
Right.
Still not something to scoff at.
Yeah, not bad at all. Then in 2019, Q2 and 3, we should be seeing the 25% tax credit. So that is...
25% of $7,500. Don't forget, there's still state tax credits depending on the state you live in. So that hopefully gives you an idea of what you can expect on your tax credits. Thunder power!
All right, so what we were talking about? Talking about Thor? Talking about Zeus?
No, this is a Taiwanese electric car company that I just heard about.
Okay.
And they're making a sedan and an SUV. And it's actually kind of a, I don't know, I mean, it's a kind of funky, coolish looking car.
It has character.
It's called the TP488C.
That's a great name.
TP for Thunder Power, and 488, I don't know why. But
it does roll off the tongue.
Not quite. But you can get on the list for this car for about $2,500 US. You can put your name on the list to be one of the first 488 people. The car is actually affordable-ish.
Affordable-ish, yeah.
That's a word. So $63,000 looks like the starting price.
So I mean, it's like a Tesla Model S.
Yeah, it's in that range.
Low tier-ish.
And what does it have?
So it has 4-wheel drive.
Nice.
Its range is 650 kilometers.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's quite good.
Yeah. What about its like max speed?
The max speed is 240 kilometers an hour.
Oh, nice.
So pretty darn fast.
How about like power?
It's got 430 kilowatt max power motors.
Nice.
And a 125 kilowatt hour battery pack.
Ooh, that's a big battery pack.
Big battery pack.
And what's its motto?
It is a breathtaking blend of Zen philosophy, unique styling, and an exceptional drive.
Ooh.
One question comes to mind, charging.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about that.
Didn't see any plugs. I saw the cool grill. I definitely saw the cool grill. Again, I got the grill. Thanks. Stop showing me the grill.
when's it
Where do I plug it in?
When's it coming out?
It is going to come out in 2019, and that's going to be just for China, and then European models will arrive in 2020. So
2020.
I don't know when this is going to... I think I figured it out. I think I've put the nail right where the thing is.
Is that a saying too?
This is a saying. It's because everyone was inspired to make electric cars at the same time.
Oh, gotcha.
And then you need to go,
Ramp up.
I would like to start an electric car company. Then I need to buy a factory. I need to do this. I need to do that. Let me design.
So you think like the Model S was the impetus?
I think that when everyone started to see the Model S, the talk started to get made, and then things kept getting more and more serious. And so everyone basically started roughly around the same time. Gotcha. Some people started later, some people started earlier, but 2020 is roughly the landing date for when can we have this thing out the door.
Now, when we have all these electric cars, we're going to need an infrastructure for charging them.
Yes.
And so the NREL has come up with a possible plan of what we would need in this country, in the U.S., to charge all the cars.
So what is the NREL?
That is the National Resource Electric Levitation Board.
Levitation Board. Interesting.
It's the National Related Electrical Landings. Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, thanks, Brent and Bobby.
All right, so they estimate that we'll need 8,500 strategically located fast charge stations with an average of 3 plugs each, which would provide enough electricity for 7 million electric cars.
Okay, well, why 7 million electric cars?
Well, that's what they estimate we will need by 2025 or 2030 when they think that we have a lot of electric cars.
Okay.
I think it's low, and I also think if you look at this map here and their estimates of what we're going to need, I mean, this is basically what Tesla's already doing with the Supercharger network. I don't know if I fully agree with all the assumptions in this, but what I do like about it is that they're looking into it, which means that people up at the higher levels of government are serious about electric cars. They now see that this is happening, and they're starting to plan for it. All right, so Tesla delivery numbers. We now have some hard numbers on production and deliveries. Tesla delivered 26,150 vehicles in Q3.
14,065 were Model S's.
Okay. 11,865 were Model X's.
And 220 were Model 3s.
This was the all-time best quarter for Model S and X deliveries. It represented a 4.5% increase over Q3 of 2016, which had been their highest quarter before, and it was a 17.7% increase over Q2 of 2017.
In total, they expect to deliver around 100,000 Model S and X vehicles in 2017, which would be a 31% increase over 2016.
Wow.
And this is completely ignoring the Model 3.
Oh, is that another model of car?
That is another model of car that Tesla is producing. They are running into some bottlenecking issues.
Yeah, they were supposed to have 1,500 produced in September. They did not. It looks like they hit about 260.
Right.
And what's the problem?
Well, what we can gather mostly from tweets is that they are deep in production hell.
So Blundell tweeted at Elon, will people on the 3 waiting list get any official notifications or info? All I have at the moment is your tweets.
Elon Musk said, you'll know as soon as we do, we are deep in production hell.
Then MacTech Genius said, when do you expect the design studio for the 3 to go live for initial non-employee reservation holders? I am continuously refreshing my Tesla.
Elon Musk got back to him and said probably 6 to 8 weeks. Now this was
October 6th.
October 6th, so, 5 to 7 weeks.
So Fred Lambert said, that's a delay. Tesla is currently still guiding late October first customer deliveries.
Elon got back, said, bear in mind that the production ramp is an exponential curve. Late October is possible, but not certain. Literally every day makes a big difference.
Fred Lambert got back to him. I mean, that 6 weeks for design studio to non-employee customers leads people to believe actual deliveries won't happen until December.
There's only one config being built right now, so the only question is what color. Don't need a configurator for that.
Fred Lambert said, fair enough. So I understand customers could confirm orders without config going public, so it's not a good indicator of start of deliveries?
Assume the worst, now we need to get back to work.
Tesla Model 3 fan said, still lots of unanswered questions. Configurator should answer though. Heated seats standard? Tow hitch? Extended warranty option? How did Elon answer that?
Elon answered, yes, no, doesn't matter. So that is, so yes, heated seats come standard on the Model 3, which is big plus for me. No tow hitch.
Okay.
Not terribly surprised. It is a small sedan.
Yep.
And extended warranty doesn't matter.
Why wouldn't extended warranty matter?
Here's my crazy guess. Conjecture. Conjecture time. Conjecture time. Here we go. It's that after you've bought your Model 3, at some point you'll be able to upgrade to the next Model 3 and your old Model 3 will go to the Tesla network.
Ooh.
And that they will basically buy your car off of you for another car, and that will become a ride-sharing machine.
I love it.
That's my conjecture.
I hope your conjecture comes true.
Yes.
MacTech Genius says, I guess the delivery estimate should be updated to reflect that. Currently, I have an October-December estimate. Do you think it's possible I can take delivery this year? Currently a Tesla owner in Southern California. Thanks.
Elon said December will be a big month, so probably, but it is impossible to be certain right now.
Wow. Yeah, so in a statement from Tesla, they said, although the vast majority of manufacturing subsystems at both our California car plant and our Nevada Gigafactory are able to operate at high rate, a handful have been longer to activate than expected. It is important to emphasize that there are no fundamental issues with the Model 3 production or supply chain. We understand what needs to be fixed, and we are confident of addressing the manufacturing bottleneck issues in the near term. Now, I want to point out that Tesla has made some changes already from the cars that we sat in July.
Yep.
The front and passenger seats have been replaced on many cars that came out in July, and the battery packs from some early cars have been replaced due to changes in welding. Also, the Model 3 headlights and the taillights from cars made in August have undergone some changes because of condensation problems.
Right, and this is exactly what they wanted to have happen. They wanted to find all these issues, fix all the bugs in the cars that are in California that the people are driving to the place anyway.
Yep.
All you got to do is say, hey, you know, it's running a little, you know, this or that, and then they can pop it up on the jack, fix whatever they need to do, and then say, aha, this will be an issue for the rest of the cars. Let's make sure that we don't build them bad.
Right.
Thanks, Tesla. Appreciate that. And so, I mean, the bottlenecking sucks. It does mean that we are all waiting to see these cars come out. There are fewer of them than we had hoped.
But I do want to point out, right, that we're at the bottom of this curve, so it really isn't affecting us anyway. I mean, as long as they get to their fast ramp like they expect, it shouldn't be slowing us down. It's going to just a little blip on the radar. Don't let it bother you too much.
Yeah.
But I want my Model 3. And what is this?
This is the Mile, the EZ10 driverless shuttle.
This thing looks so cool. I mean, it looks like you could use this on like college campuses, like small cities, maybe in an airport.
Yeah, so this is basically a fully autonomous tram, bus, hybrid thing.
And it's electric.
It's all electric. It's basically, yeah, it seems like it'd be great for some kind of a campus. Either it's like I would picture it in Disney World or at an amusement park or any place that you need to get from A to B to in faster time and you don't really want to walk.
You know what's cool about this is you can call it up on your cell phone and like request it, so it could have a normal route, but it could also like adjust its route according to people calling for it.
Right, and it's fully driverless, so it could work 24/7.
And I mean, it looks like it doesn't hit people.
Yeah, it has all the technology that it needs to avoid hitting things, which is pretty good if you want a shuttle. So the battery should get it about 14 hours of operation.
That's great.
The funny thing is, though, that it drives back to base, and then you have to have a human plug it in.
Yeah, I wish it was wireless technology so that you could just drive over the charger and then have it charge itself.
Right, because I mean that seems a little silly, but I'm sure they'll iron out those details.
I love it though. I think it would be great for cities.
Yeah, I think that would be very fun.
If you come across one of these somewhere, because I know they do exist out in the wild, please shoot some video. I'd love to see how they are in actuality.
Yeah, I've heard that they're somewhere in Denmark. So if you...
Oh, and yeah, in Sweden too, I think.
It's Sweden and Denmark. So if you're in that area and you know of, you know, if you've heard of them or seen them or lived nearby, I mean, don't drive 300 miles to go see one.
Or do.
Or do. I mean, if you... Yeah, Supercharger network's free for most people.
It's time for the lightning round.
Here we go. All right, so this is a patent for a non-parallel sunroof.
Interesting. Are these on any of the cars now?
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe this would go on the Model 3, but the idea behind this is normally you have a sunroof, it's on a track, and it's able to move, you know, up and down on this parallel track.
Scotland Wind Power on Monday, October 2nd, was able to produce more than twice as much power as the entire country used.
Wow. Wind turbines in Scotland produced 86 gigawatt hours of electricity to the national grid on October 2nd. I'm sorry, 86,000 megawatt hours, because we are talking about, Great Britain. They're afraid of the billions. Billion is a scary number for them. So
the country only used 41 gigawatt hours, or 41,000 megawatt hours that day. So basically 206% of Scotland's entire electricity needs on that day were made by wind.
wow.
Now, I know what some of you are saying. Some of you are saying, well, that was one day.
Right.
It was a windy day, so what?
Right, whatever. In the month of September, Scotland produced 1,108 gigawatt hours of electricity to the national grid.
Gotcha.
While the country's total electricity consumption was 1,768 gigawatt hours.
Wait, so wind made 63% of their entire electrical needs for the month of September?
For the month of September, just wind. Just so, that was it. That was what powered 63% of all of their energy. Just wind power.
You know what else is amazing?
Yeah?
This story that was sent to me from a friend in Poland. This is the Jaguar I-Pace, a very cool electric car. And as you can see here, it's going through a reveal at a show in Poland. This is a cool car, and the reveal isn't that cool.
Okay, so she pulls back the thing, and it's
a little. I can't see
little
the
smoky.
car.
Oh boy, it's getting really smoky.
Do they smoke a lot in Poland?
It's an electric car, right?
Is it on fire?
I don't quite understand. I don't know why they chose to reveal it that way. I think you could have just have it drive on stage, or just pull the sheet off, or whatever.
Yeah,
you don't need
some lights. So Renault is going to launch 8 EVs in the next 5 years. You remember that we talked about Renault's chairman and CEO of Renault, Nissan, and Mitsubishi. They have an alliance. Carlos Ghosn announced that Renault's new Drive the Future plan for the next 5 years, it's going to have 8 all-electric vehicles.
Wow. So remember recently that the Alliance announced that combined they will release 12 new EVs in the next 5 years.
So it sounds like out of those 12, 8 of them will be Renault vehicles.
Wow.
And so we've heard of some of them before, like the Master ZE. It has 120 miles of range. That was announced in January. There's also this concept car, the Trezor GT. I don't know if this is going to be one of those cars or not.
I don't know who's going to buy it. It looks great, but who's going to buy it and drive that to work?
Now, there's this other Renault car called the Symbioz.
Yeah, so this is a 2030 concept car.
Oh, that's way far out.
Yeah, it's pretty far away.
Now, what's up with this car? What makes it special?
So the idea is it's going to be fully autonomous.
Okay,
which
good.
Sounds great.
I like it.
But you can also drive it.
Okay. Oh, and you can all sit in the car looking at each other.
You can sit all in the car looking at each other.
Love
great.
it.
I think that this is going to be pretty concept.
This is a great
concept.
concept.
Now it's driving into the house.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So the idea behind this car is that it comes with the house. The house comes with the car, or the car and the house. They're symbiotic.
It's also your living room?
The idea is that it's like having another living room.
Wait, what if you just drove through like a muddy puddle? Now it's in your house.
No. It's like it's having another living room in your house.
No, but and then when you open the door like that, don't the bugs all get in?
No, it's a symbiotic. The definition of symbiosis is
Is car living in your house?
Yeah. You can drive it wherever you want. It's like having a living room wherever you want.
Oh, this is a concept I didn't know we'd fully be able to get by 2030.
So check it out. It's pretty cool, man. All right, so Tesla just broke a Norway sales record.
Really?
Yes. So let me just ask you what the significance of the number 3 is.
Well, I know the answer to that.
Oh, what is it?
The Model 3. There you go.
Good try. No, it's actually... Norway is Tesla's 3rd largest car market after the US and China.
No, that's not. Norway's a tiny little country.
It's not a tiny country, but it is a country that is hungry.
Wait a minute, you're telling me
it's a country that is hungry for electric vehicles.
Yeah, but China's huge, United States is huge. How could Norway be the 3rd largest? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, Norway is rich, and they like Teslas. Let's just be brutally honest. They like Teslas, and they're rich, and they can afford them. So Tesla just broke its own record set in March of 2014 when they had over 1,500 Teslas delivered.
In 1 month?
In 1 month. This September, Tesla sold 2004 Model S and X's.
Wow, yeah, it's the second and third best-selling car in the country following the VW Golf.
These are electric cars, and they are the second and third best-selling cars in the country of all the cars.
And get this, it enabled the lowest total average of CO2 emissions of new vehicles registered in a month ever. They confirmed that the average CO2 emissions for the first registered new passenger cars were 71 grams per kilometer in September. That's 17 grams lower than a year ago. And Norway has the goal of reaching 100% new car sales being zero-emission vehicles starting in 2025.
Wow. I mean, and they are well on their way. So this is a car that we have not covered before. This is the three-wheel Solo. So
You ride it by yourself?
Yes, actually. It is a one-seat car.
Okay.
So it is...
So when you just feel like being alone?
It's a very... If you're all alone...
Why didn't they call it the Alone?
That's a different that's a different sounding name than Solo. I'm going solo, not...
That sounds good.
I'm going alone. Yeah.
That sounds good, yeah.
So it's a three-wheel car, which is kind of funky. It's got two wheels in the front, one wheel in the back.
Oh, okay.
It should sell for $15,000.
Ooh.
And it will now be going into volume production with a new manufacturing deal.
Now, who makes this car?
Electrica Meccanica.
Oh, is that an Italian company?
That is, they are now Vancouver, Canada based.
Oh.
They used to be Italian, and now they live in Vancouver. They had produced a small number of cars starting earlier this year, but now they've signed a deal with Chinese motorcycle manufacturer Zhongshan Industrial Group to produce 75,000 Solos over the next 3 years.
A lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, they claim to have over 20,000 reservations for the Solo, which requires a $250 deposit. Now, what are the specs on the car?
100-mile range, 16 kilowatt-hour battery, which is
Nice.
teensy.
Tiny, but small car.
But it's a small car, so it doesn't really need it. Top speed of 80 miles an hour.
Not bad. Yeah, but I mean, it's a city car.
That's true. 0 to 60 in under 8 seconds. That's respectable.
Yeah.
Onboard charger allows level 1 and level 2 charging.
Okay.
And so you could expect to fully charge in about 3 hours on level 2.
Yeah, now we couldn't find out if you are eligible for EV incentives with this car yet because they've applied for their certification and they haven't gotten it yet, so more on that later. Quick little graph here, just wanted to keep you up to date on wind because we talk a lot about solar, but we don't mention, solar's brother, wind.
Mm-hmm.
Wind turbines prices keep falling and now they're below $1 a watt.
Wow.
And wind
Wait,
power...
below $1 a what?
A watt.
A what?
Wind power generated greater than 5.5% of electricity in 2016, and that excludes a large volume of newly installed wind generators. That's more than 3 times what solar power generated.
Wow. I mean, wind power really stepping it up. So the Nissan electric van just broke a towing record.
Towing record?
Yes.
What did it pull?
It pulled a house.
What?
Yeah, so it's a big van, but it's like a little towing thing. It has an 80 kilowatt motor that's 109 horsepower.
That's not...
Its actual towing capacity is 430 kilograms or 950 pounds.
Then
so
how did it pull this house?
well, they put a special bar on it, and it was a stunt. Basically, you can't with your normal electric van pull it.
But they were going slowly, and I guess there is all that torque at low speeds. So
That's true. I mean, you don't have to rev an engine up to some RPM before you get some actual usable torque out of it.
And it worked. It got them some press. I mean, in the UK, the van starts at a price of £24,000. That's about $32,000. That's a respectable price. That's before incentives.
Also, talking about Nissan is this thing called xStorage.
It's where you store your ex-boyfriends and girlfriends?
Nope. That would be useful. No, this is actually basically a power wall, but it is bi-directional. So that means you can charge your car with it. Your car can charge it. You can charge your car with it again, and then you can charge it with your car again.
Now, they think they're going to have more than 1,000 of these units across Europe in just 3 months, and 5,000 units expected to be sold by the end of March 2018, and then 100,000 units by the end of 2020 in Europe.
Wow. So, I mean, those are lofty, high goals, but I mean, it's Nissan. I expect they can do it, and I think that this is a good thing. I mean, we talk about the power walls going in different places. I think that that's awesome.
Yeah, because, I mean, it shows that other companies see that this is a viable thing. It's not just one crazy company, oh, what's that Tesla doing? That's crazy. These companies are going, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah. People should have, battery packs in their house. No specs yet on how much that thing is going to hold.
Or cost.
Right, or how many ex-boyfriends you can fit into that thing.
Right, but it is bi-directional. Nissan announced that they're going to be deploying 1,000 fast chargers, CHAdeMO, in Europe over the next 18 months. So those of you who are driving Leafs and other cars, that's great news.
Just Leafs, actually, because CHAdeMO is basically only for Nissan. I mean, hopefully they also put in some CCS fast chargers.
You can get a CHAdeMO adapter for Teslas.
That's true. So, I mean, Teslas could use it, but I mean, honestly, if you look at Europe,
who needs them?
Who needs them? You have your charging network. Don't even trip, dog.
All right, it's time for our Patreon bonus story. What is a Patreon bonus story?
Patreon bonus story is where we do one extra story a week for our lovely Patreon supporters. If you'd like to become one, please head over to patreon.com so you can check out this cool story we put together just for our Patreons.
Wow.
All right, so that was a great Patreon bonus story. Actually, Patreon bonus stories, there were two of them.
It was
a double.
Head on over there. Only $1 a month, and you can watch all you want.
Yeah, or do a little bit more. You could get...
Ooh, some cool gear.
Some cool
perks.
swag.
We got perks.
We got perks. So
all right, so I want to do a shout out. We do this every week to our Patreon supporters. A shout out to Lisa Kaz,
Theo Langenjeek,
David Hale,
Tim Mandelarts,
and Ken Eisner. Thank you so much, guys. Your support makes it possible for us to do this show. Without you, probably would not be here.
Without you guys, let me just show you what it would look like. That's what it would look like. This for like 30 minutes.
What a boring show.
What boring show.
All right, time for viewer comments.
Yes, so commenter this week. Well, actually, last week we read the comment and I'm exhausted from it.
I know,
so
it's tiring.
Yeah,
Man.
I got a brand new app to read it for us, so let's check it out.
Hi, Zach and Jesse.
My friend from Poland has started selling solar-powered electric boats made in Poland, in my city of Perth, Australia.
I think you should check them out.
Peace.
Cool.
Wow.
All right, so we went and checked it out.
Yeah. That's a legit boat.
These are pretty cool little boats.
Tell me a bit about this boat.
Yeah, so I mean, we covered that Soulcat 12 or whatever, which is a lot bigger than this one. But this goes 6.5 knots.
Okay,
It seats,
speed.
seats 10.
Perfect.
It can go 18 hours without sun.
Wow, but it's got solar canopy.
Yeah, so it's got a solar canopy. When the sun is out, you can basically just ride it, is what they have made it sound like.
And
yeah.
what is that? Does that roof retract?
The roof goes down, basically covers the...
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's pretty nifty. I think it's pretty cool.
Your friend makes these?
Yeah.
We'll check one out for him.
Yeah, I mean...
And we'll cover it for him.
Put them in contact with us. I mean, we would love to do a review. You know, go on the boat, sip some mimosas, you know.
Love it. Captain. I'll be captain.
I will also be captain of another boat.
All right, it's time for our Superchargers, and I want to thank our reviewers because we got so many cool reviewers that go out there and film all the new Superchargers, all the ones all around the world. There's so many new ones. Get out there, film them for us. Here's this week's.
Hello, I will show you a few supercharging stations in Poland. It's in Kostomloty near Wrocław. It's quite an empty place, a lot of fields around, not much to visit at this particular location. There is a small cafe, a small store.
Hey Zach and Jesse, this is Sarah from Tiny Tesla Life, and we are at the Knockrow Superchargers in Knockrow, New South Wales, Australia, and there are 6 superchargers here. There's also a cute little theme park and cafe. If you're coming with your family, it's a great place to stop. We also saw that they have 2 charge point bays for other electric vehicles, which are being fully solar powered by this power park structure. Hope you enjoy.
This is Paul reporting for Now You Know. I am at a brand new supercharging station on the M5 northbound, coming from the south towards the north, so between maybe Cardiff, Bristol, going towards Birmingham. And this is called Michael Wood Welcome Break Service Station, and it's an 8-bay, just recently opened. It's in a Welcome Break, and it's got everything, the usual, the Wi-Fi. Things to eat, things to do. So yeah, it's a very good supercharging station, and yeah, it's quite handy. 8 bays, recently opened. Thumbs up.
Awesome, awesome. Love seeing them. Thank you so much for
'em coming.
going out to. Generally, I mean, it's not like superchargers are in the most you know,
Careful
hippest
what you
places.
Careful what you say.
They
about my
are
Superchargers,
they are for
boy.
long distance travel. They are in between the A's and the B's. These points are.
Did you not see the Macadamia Castle?
I mean, that is
All right,
okay.
then
that is a
quiet
destination in
down
itself.
there.
I will
All right.
I will redact my statement. But let's So let's talk
I
about.
do want to mention
Yeah.
our friend Nikola, because his name is Nikola.
Wow.
He's in Croatia, and he sent us this photo of how they use superchargers in Croatia.
Wow, is that an electric tractor?
Nope, that's a regular tractor.
Oh.
He said that, we're out in rural Croatia, and sometimes they just don't know what it is, and they figure, I need to park my tractor.
Man, if only he got an electric tractor.
He's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
All right. Permits this week in...
Bregenz, Austria.
Now, that's the only permit this week, but I do want to mention that many people ask us, how long does it take for a permit to become a construction site? And if you look at last week, all of the ones that I could find that were permitted last week are now under construction, so it seems like it only takes about a week.
Yeah. All right, so let's go over the superchargers that are under construction.
All right.
Here we go. Liphook, UK.
Gaylord, Michigan.
Masouche, Quebec, Canada.
Laval, Quebec, Canada.
Roseville, Michigan.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Lokeren, Belgium.
Haverslev, Denmark.
Auburn Hills, Michigan.
And Deming, New Mexico.
Wow, a lot going on in Michigan this week. Pretty exciting.
All right, pretty good here. There's so many. We're gonna hit 1,000. Ready?
Here we go. Let's go. Let's do it. 996 in the world, 410 in the USA, and 8 stall in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
The 411th in the USA is a 10 stall in Colby, Kansas.
998 in the world is a 12 stall in National Harbor, Maryland.
999 in the world is an 8 stall in Weston, West Virginia.
And number 1,000 in the world, number 414 in the USA, is an 8 stall in Franklin Park, Pennsylvania.
Congratulations,
Congratulations, Pennsylvania.
Wow,
We
I
knew
want
you
a
could
video
do
of
it.
that.
Yeah.
Please, someone go get a video.
That's the 1,000th supercharger. Can you believe it? Can
Wow.
you wrap your mind around it? That's amazing.
How
There's
soon
1,000 of them.
How soon before we get to 2,000?
Like a month.
1,001 in the world. The 157th in China is the 6 stall in Shanghai, Lenshan Mansion in China.
Number 1,002 in the world, 158 in China, is an 8 stall in Beijing, Zhenghui, Liri, China.
The 159th in China is a 6 stall in Hohhot, Kawan Plaza, China.
Number 160 in China is a 6 stall in Beijing, Solana Shopping Park.
Number 161 in China is the 4 stall at the Mainyang Fushan Hotel, China.
Number 162 in China is a 4 stall in Hebi, Zhongkai, Boju Hotel.
Number 163 in China is the 8 stall in Shanghai at the Zhopu, Greenland, China.
Number 164 in China is the 2 stall in Guangzhou, Xingao, China.
165 in China is the 4 stall Hong Kong V-City.
Number 1,010 in the world, number 347 in Europe, is the 8 stall in Penrith, Tibet, southbound UK.
166 in China is the 4 stall at Weifang Zhenmao Hotel.
Number 29 in Canada is the 12 stall in Saint Romuald, Quebec.
Number 415 in the USA is the 6 stall in Eaton, Washington.
Number 416 in the USA is the 8 stall Wausau Hilton Garden Inn, Wisconsin.
Number 30 in Canada is the 12 stall in Brossard, Quebec.
Number 1,015 in the world, 347 in Europe, is the 8 stall in Manzanares, Spain.
So I wanted to mention a video that came out in the past that people might not have seen.
This is one of the earlier videos that we've done.
The oldies but goodies.
Yeah, one of the oldest ones that we've done. This is when we first got Sparky.
Yeah.
This is like...
Sparky's all shiny.
Yeah, days after we got Sparky, we made this video. It is called the Tesla Model X Top 12 Countdown. So these are the 12 amazing things about the Model X. And let me tell you, most of them are still amazing today.
Oh, yeah, pretty much all of them.
Yeah, all of them are still just groundbreaking. This is over a year and a half ago.
Yeah, and hardly any of you have seen it, so please check it out. Here's the link.
If not for any other reason than just to see how we made videos back then.
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job.
I think we did a pretty good job. The
Nothing
production
cringy.
quality was pretty much all there.
We cared.
Yeah, we just didn't have the same camera rigs and
True.
everything, and we didn't have any Patreon support. It was completely different. Speaking of Patreon support, if you'd like to support us, please consider it. It's the only way that we can make this show possible. I don't know if anyone's been listening about YouTube's adpocalypse, but basically YouTube is trying to completely not pay anybody, which makes sense on their part because, I mean, who's going to complain to the literally nowhere to complain box?
Right, exactly. And I do want to mention that we have podcasts, so if you're watching the show now and you're like, I wish I could drive and listen, you can.
Right.
Our podcasts are available on iTunes, Stitcher, on TuneIn. You can listen in your Tesla, so go check them out there.
And I just want to give a quick shout out to Electrek. We get so many wonderful stories from especially Fred Lambert. I mean, there's just a dearth of information.
His reporting's
in the world.
amazing.
Yeah. He's got great sources. If you're like, wow, this show was great. I've never heard about any of this before.
The links are below to all the stories.
Go check out Electrek. They're great.
Yep. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And
Now you know.